once he got around the boxes and got that penance off in full and didn't use pain suppression, there wasn't a kill coming. And Trinket was used a little bit too hesitant for me for Kajin to actually get back onto his target in time. Had he have used it instantly and got away, he could have surprised Hydra, but he didn't. It was a little bit late coming, and the fact of the matter is Hydra was safe. And then you've got Kajin without a Trinket. He's got to sit in all his stuns. If they want to take him off with a blind, they can. And even though he had evasion up, he was still, you know, taken down. So let's look for a little bit more patient plan B, I feel, and they might have a chance to take Ensidia. But so far, 3-1 in favor of Ensidia, and they are at match point once again, actually, for the second time, according to me, in the semi-finals. But this is their real match point. Last one was just a warm-up.
One of the things that Calamus is very effective at doing when it comes to rogue-on-rogue situations is when that opposing rogue pops evasion, he will blow his vanish and then land a cheap shot. And that pretty much makes evasion dysfunctional. You can chain a kidney straight on afterwards. And as we can see, Sayorai standing fairly close to the middle with that Blizzard, trying to pop Kajin out of stealth. He's going to be drinking up, just rejuvenating that mana, replenishing.
You can see how Kajin stands. So if you see Calamus is here once again with his team. And then you can see Kajin is actually down the bottom, making his way over. And Plan B seemed to be playing very aggressive. He's looking for the jump sap onto Hydra.
Yep.
Isn't going to hit it, and is actually going to back away. Now,
sometimes taking the initiative can pay off. Other times you have to wait and react to what your opponent is going to do.
But it's maybe good Plan B of making the move because we get the game started. But at the same time, it's, you know, Ensidia are playing every single advantage card they can have. If this is their advantage to sit here, they'll wait here. But also to remind you that on the map, in the center, we have 2 pillars either side of the bridge. And we do actually have a small fight kicking off. And look, we've got Alec on one of those pillars. Now, what will happen is when a buff spawns here after 2 minutes, he will be able to see invisible units on the map, stealth units. He will be able to see the rogue. So if they allow Alec to take that, he's going to be able to get in on the rogue. And I do believe that Alec hasn't actually taken it at the moment. He's actually just getting involved into the fight, and they are just going to open up with the Priest and Mage in the center. Currently are going to be following Flynn. He's got Alec targeted. He's put him in a deep freeze. There comes a poly. Let's switch over to Calamist. We actually just had Kajin go into a vanish. Now he is going to reopen up onto the back of Calamist. So far, Hydra down the bottom there, just spamming heals up. Hydra's going to get put into a blind. They're going to try and do as much damage onto Calamus as they can, but Calamus has actually got control onto Kajin, and this is very, very good for Ensidia. They look like they could cross the line once again.
Yeah, they certainly do. Kajin did something very interesting this game. He opened up onto Hydra so that Calamus would anticipate it, and then he just ran away and vanished. So he denied Hydra that Calamus that opener onto him. And now it looks as though Calamus has managed to defend himself accordingly, and Ensidia definitely in this. And Plan B are taking so much damage. Kane is going to be dropping.
And actually, Kane just got the pain suppression. He's now out of it, and his Priest was in poly. He just kited off Calamus long enough to get up to half health, and he is going to sit at half health. And when is he going to put the control onto Calamus? Here comes the control. There's a kidney shot, followed by a dismantle, but that's only buying him time. In the center of the fight down there will be Alec. Alec has currently just come out of a poly. In comes a Hymn of Hope. That's going to get some mana back onto Texi, and he will rejoin the fight. And mana is very even on both of these players. And once again, we are going to follow Kajin. He's looking for Calamist. He's found Calamist. Fan of Knives didn't put him out, and now Calamist is under pressure. He's got the pain suppression, though. In comes a poly onto Kajin, and a fear on top of it. That's going to be one spell to remove both, but it's not going to come in. And now this is going to be dangerous, because Kajin is in control, and Ensidia are going to kill him and take him down. And Ensidia did what they needed to do, and it looked like it was going to happen the whole fight. And Kajin kited away the best of his abilities, and Hydra just sits nicely and takes a victory drink there over the corpse of Kajin, because he knows he's moving into the finals from this best of 7. And well, we have Plan B and Texi, Alec and Texi fight on for Plan B, and not going to be enough.
You know, it came down to Texi just being completely out of mana that game. He eventually got out of combat, jumped off the bridge, and started drinking right at the end. And you just can't do that against Ensidia. Kane just dropped like a fly. And I gotta say, Plan B, you know, they played their hearts out, but at the end of the day, it came down to the small things, the little intricate details in World of Warcraft. Like, for example, Hydra getting those Shadow Word deaths onto Alec when the sheeps came in, and denying him of those sheeps.
Yeah, and that's a big factor. So there we have it then. It is going to be Ensidia that come up with 4 wins. They take off their headsets. They know that they don't now need to queue once again. The next time we'll see them will be in the finals. And over on Plan B, they still shake hands, but their performance was slightly lesser of what they needed to do to challenge this Ensidia. 4-1 is a big scoreline
So
when RMP plays so closely.
it certainly is, yeah. And Plan B will need to work on those little things, just try and up their skill, their little skills, you know, the things that Ensidia do that make all the difference. But we will see Ensidia in the grand finals. Who will be going up against them?